Kathy and I, we had one angelic encounter that we both are convinced, but here's the puzzling thing about it, Sam. I don't know to this day, and this was 25, 30 years ago. I don't know to this day what the purpose of it was, but we were both driving. It was, 5:30 in the afternoon here in the summer, so it's, sun's still shining bright. We're on a long stretch of road, and we pass a car off on the other side of the road, off on the shoulder, and a guy, he was changing a tire. So he had his car up on a jack, he had his trunk open, and he was changing the tire, and he was standing back in the trunk. I don't know if he was getting the spare out or what he was doing, but as we passed, I looked over as we passed, and I wasn't going that fast, maybe 50. Our eyes locked, and it was like it was a very surreal experience. It was almost like we were closer than we were, and I was passing in a vehicle, but our eyes just locked together, and he just had this stare on his face. And we went past, and it wasn't 2 seconds, and I told Kathy, I said, I think we should go back and try to help that guy. I said, I don't know why, but the look on his face, we need to go back and help him. So we went on up. It was probably 50 yards, and you can do 50 yards, and you're going 50 miles an hour. You can do 50 yards in a matter of a second. And so we went on up, but it was a little bit of a bend, and so we went up the bend. Now we're out of sight of the car. Pulled into a driveway, turned around, and came back. The whole process couldn't have lasted a minute and a half to get there, turn around, come back. And Sam, when we came back, the guy in the car was not there. Remember, this is a straight stretch of road, at least 4 or 5 miles straight stretch, because Ohio's flat. Well, you know that, being from Michigan. No cars in sight, no cars in the drive, nowhere. This guy had just disappeared. It was like, Star Trek or something. They just transported him out of there because there was not enough time to get that tire on, get the jack down, throw it in the trunk, take off, and be out of sight in a minute and a half. That's not possible. Now, my other experiences, and you perhaps have had this. I've been in the presence of someone. Either someone's walked into a room, or I've walked past someone, and the evil that just emanated off of them was almost palpable. I mean, it was just, I had to look at, and this has happened to me a couple of times, and I thought, and I've always prayed, Lord, I don't know what this person is involved in. I don't know what they've done or what they're doing, but clearly the enemy has possession of this person, and so I pray. And I pray for their freedom, that the Lord would rebuke that spirit and cast it out.